Hey guys, I'm Manisha Gupta and you've joined me on Money Control, and we're talking about gold prices right now because this clearly has been a week where we seem to be making all kind of headlines for this particular yellow commodity. One, we saw an all-time highs of 60,400. That was a couple of days ago. But in last two trading sessions, we've seen the gold prices come off by 2,000 rupees per 10 grams as well. You also have seen that kind of a profit taking in the international markets. There as well, we saw $2,009 per ounce, and from those kind of levels, we are trading at 1940 right now. So that also has been nearly $60 to $70 coming off in last two trading sessions. Well, one is even as the US dollar is trading on a weaker note, these markets are jittery, one on account of profit taking because of the kind of surge that we saw in case of gold prices, and second because it is the US Fed meeting announcement today in the evening, and ahead of that there is some profit that has been taken off the table. But the good point is that India today is celebrating Navratri, the beginning of it, also Ugadi and Cheti Chand and Gudi Padwa. And it's a time that a lot of Indians actually go out and buy gold because this is what they think symbolizes an increase in wealth. And what you buy today also leads to prosperity going forward. So there's a lot of self-buying in gold that happens. So it usually is not even lightweight jewelry. It's a big chunk that people are buying, is what the jewelers are telling us. So there is a lot of support in Indian buying because the prices have come off, which in turn seems to be supporting markets. By the way, last couple of days when we saw all-time highs in gold, because there was no buyer in the Indian markets, we saw the prices decline because of discount. There were no buyers, and the jewelers were trying to attract people. So there was a discount of 1,500 to 2,000 rupees. So the gold prices basically have come to those kind of levels already. The important to watch would be on what we see, one as the US Fed announcement, whether it's 25 basis points, and the second on what is the tone for the moving forward scenario, and on whether are we looking at those kind of interest rates going forward. What is it that the banking sector turmoil has done to the thought process of the central bank, and what are we looking at in terms of labor, inflation, and growth numbers going forward? So those are a few things, a few checklists that people will watch out for the event today. Having said that, in this year, until now, we've seen the gold prices gain between 8 to 10%, depending on whether you're looking at it in the dollar terms or the Indian rupee markets. Actually, when you look at the last 5 years itself, starting right from 2019, 2021 was the only year that we saw the gold prices decline, and by a small 4%. Every year, by the way, we've seen gold prices gain up in double digit percentage point. As I said, this year as well, we are almost nudging 10% on the higher side in sense of gains there. With the market anticipating that we are on a very strong footing when it comes to gold, you must have it in your portfolio anywhere between 10 to 15%. 60,000 already done, and that's an immediate resistance levels now for gold. Going forward, the expectation is that by the time this year ends, you could be looking at 62 to 64,000 rupees per 10 grams and cents of gold. There's a strong support that we have seen coming for silver as well. Today actually has been a better day because many of the metals prices also are doing well. Copper prices gained up by 2% overnight. They are also trading slightly on a stronger note. The economic data, the housing numbers from China and the US have been positive, and that in turn also seems to be supporting copper prices. So many of these metals actually doing quite well in the day today.